Hello, everybody. This is Hollywood Joe from Hollywood's World of Sports, coming to you today to talk to you about an up and coming pro wrestling show in the Grand Rapids area, the return of Rapid Pro Wrestling. And today, one of my guests is a competitor on the show. You may know him from around Michigan and the Michigan independent scene. He is a member of one of the hottest stables in Michigan and in the Midwest right now. He is CJ Anderson of the Nomads. Welcome, CJ.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
So in 3 weeks' time, a little over 3 weeks now, December 3rd in Jenison, Michigan at Rebounders, Rapid Pro Wrestling will be making their return to the Grand Rapids area. And I wanted to come on today and get your thoughts about how you were feeling about the return of Rapid Pro to the Grand Rapids area.
No, I'm very excited for it. I wasn't part of it when it was originally here, but it's nice to have it making its comeback, having a nice promotion right here in the West Michigan area, and hopefully something that becomes kind of a regular thing.
Now, you've been all over the state of Michigan, wrestling, numerous amount of tag teams involved with, being against numerous stables. In your time so far wrestling in Michigan, who have been some of your favorite tag teams and stables to work with?
Favorite tag team that I haven't quite had a chance to work with, but I would really like to, honestly, is War Inc. I know that Dre and Mountain themselves are from the Allendale area, so maybe RPW can make that happen eventually. The stables that I have worked with, or that they weren't really a tag team though. It was Aaron O'Ryan and Xavier Justice. We've had a couple matches with them, and each time we had that match, it was just hot, very hard hitting. The crowd was into it, and even though they're not a tag team per se, it was really fun to have those matches with those guys.
Now, with Rapid Pro being in your backyard, obviously lots of friends and family are going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
If you could pick one or two tag teams or stables you haven't faced that you would like to at Rapid Pro, who would those be?
Well, at the top of my list, just because it's kind of been an ongoing online feud for a while, would be War Inc. Stable-wise, though, I think it would be really fun for the bikers and cops to fight. Nomads against the police department. And because of past interactions I've had with Aaron O'Ryan, and again this past weekend, the Nomads took out Alex Weir, so
Yep.
I feel like the Nomads against Death Threat Army is probably inevitable at this point.
Okay, in the Death Threat Army, they've been a hot commodity, whether they were tagging together or being singles competitors. I know you've spoken highly about Aaron O'Ryan in the past, and Alex Weir's an up-and-comer, and Jack Price also around the area. It's from this area, so Jack Price and Alex Weir are going to be going head-to-head on the Rapid Pro Wrestling show.
Yeah.
How do you think that's going to go down?
Both of them they're pretty even matched. Their styles are similar. They're very talented. I might have to give this one to Jack Price on the experience factor alone. But they know each other very well. They're both members of the Death Threat Army. They travel together, sometimes tag together. It's kind of one thing I noticed that they do that the Nomads don't do, and I don't know if that's something that hinders us, but they all fight each other, man. I've seen Jack Price and Alex, actually just last weekend they were in a match together.
Yeah.
And it was a four-way, but they were both participants, and I've seen some pretty heavy-hitting matches between Alex Weir and Aaron O'Ryan even, and I don't know, man. The Nomads don't fight each other, but they're all pretty damn good. And maybe, I don't know. Maybe we should. They say iron sharpens iron, man.
Who would win if the Nomads fought each other?
Me, always.
And you don't think Ace Evans would disagree?
Oh hell yeah, he would.
I'm sure he would.
Hey, you don't get to the top thinking anybody can beat you.
Yeah, that's very true.
I wouldn't cheat though. He would.
Do you think so?
Yeah. He would cheat.
Okay. I can respect that. Now, one interesting thing that's coming out of Rapid Pro Wrestling is the guy who trained you, Josh Raymond.
Mm-hmm.
Really, he doesn't wrestle that much anymore. But he is coming to face Lewis Linden. And Lewis has been all over the place as well as of recently the last couple of years, has been in the ring with a lot of top guys. How do you see that match going down?
Being the guy that trained me, I'm gonna have to give my edge to Josh. He's very talented. He's a lot of experience. He's been around a long time. Wrestling Society X, Ring of Honor, IWA. He's traveled the globe, and I've beat him. I mean, he doesn't have any victories over me, but I give him the edge in this one.
And then we talked about Aaron O'Ryan a little bit. He is taking on the veteran Frankie the Face, and Frankie has been around a long time.
Yep.
Knows every trick and trade in the book. What do you think about that match?
That one is kind of tricky for me because I feel Aaron O'Ryan is he's very, very high energy, very smash mouth, just a very powerful force to deal with. He has been around a while. He's not a rookie by any means. Frankie the Face, he has a lot more experience. He has a lot of tricks up his sleeve. I think he can match that aggression if he has to, but he doesn't compete, night in and night out with that aggression like Aaron O'Ryan does. I think I may have to give the edge to Frankie though, man, because I know he can turn it up when he has to, but it seems like his stats in every other department's just a little bit higher, and where Aaron O'Ryan might be a little bit better, that's where Frankie knows how to cheat to bring him back down to his level.
That's very true. And then another intriguing matchup is Jack Verville versus Max Morrison.
Okay, I like both guys. I like Verville. But I have to give this one to Max. He's somebody that's been around for a very long time. My first match in PPW, I tagged with Max. My first time down in Coldwater, I partnered up with him there. He's somebody that's helped me along the way, and back even before I wrestled, I used to watch him as the Game Boy, and I've known him for a very long time, and he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve also, and I feel like he can hang in there with anybody. And as much as I like Jack, I have to say Max is going to take this one.
It's funny you mentioned the Game Boy. Mm-hmm. Any chance we'll ever see the Nomads versus the Popular Electronics?
What's funny is I've never fought Max. I've teamed with him a few times. I have been in the ring on opposite sides with Hype. He teamed with Frankie, but I've been in the ring with him, and I would like to do it again. To have maybe him and him Game Boy make a return and to go against the Nomads. I think that would be a lot of fun. But you know what they say about those old cartridges, man? Right in the heat of the battle, they freeze.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I remember the Popular Electronics were hot for a long time. It was a very fun gimmick, very fan friendly gimmick. That's what I want to use, and that'd be an interesting reunion if they ever got back together.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. They were hot. Keyword is were.
They still could be though.
Yeah.
Look at what Max is doing for himself.
Yeah, that's true. I hate to break his heart.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's good. That's good though. That's good. Why should people come to an RPW show?
Oh man, they gotta come because we're gonna be there, man. Ace and I, we're the price of admission. No, man. What it is it's a family friendly for sure. We're gonna be right in everybody's backyard. Everybody here is a local Michigan boy. 90% of the card is a local West Michigan boy. The only one that doesn't really live in Michigan anymore is Big Congo Kong. But anybody that's from around here knows. He went. He lived here. He grew up here. He went to school here. We're all from this area. You're supporting local talent. You got some big names out there. I mentioned earlier Josh Raymond. He was on Wrestling Society X, Ring of Honor. All over the world. Congo Kong is currently in Impact, and I know he did like Global Force Wrestling. He's been on JCW. There's a lot of big names that have done some big things, and the guys that haven't quite been that far, man, they're still they're traveling all over Michigan, all over the country. There's not a weak link on this card.
No, and it's funny you say that because all these guys are very young and upcoming. Even the veterans still have a lot in the tank. Mm-hmm. Recently I went to a WWE show. I'm sure a lot of people saw me complain about it online. About how, the security kind of wasn't letting the stars interact with the fans. Mm-hmm. Now, would you say an independent pro wrestling show is better than WWE for that reason, where you can interact with the fan or interact with the wrestlers and kind of get to know them a little bit better.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's not like you're not letting them go backstage with us or anything, but
Yeah.
I mean, you come there and the best thing that I think about an indie show is there's not a bad seat in the house. Whether you're in the front row or you're in the back row, you get a great view. You're right there in the action. A lot of times before the show, guys, they go out and talk to the fans. Definitely during intermission, you can shake hands with your favorite wrestlers. You can yell at the ones you don't care for, whatever. But you're right there. You can talk to anybody. It's not. There's nothing's getting. Nobody's getting turned away.
Yeah.
We're there for you guys. You're there to watch us. We appreciate that you come out, and we're gonna give our time to you guys also as well. And you're gonna get to ask us questions, talk to us, and get to know us. The Nomads, you get a minute of talking to us for every dollar you spend on our merchandise. So the more you buy, the more we talk to you.
Yeah, I got the hey people, I got the merchandise hook up this weekend, and one thing I will say about you guys is you guys really pride yourselves on branding and marketing yourselves, and personally, from my point of view, I think that's why every promotion, doesn't matter if it's in Michigan or even the country, should be looking at you guys, because I mean, you guys has come out with so much merchandise. I feel like every time I'm following Ace, I feel like I'm on WWE Shop with how much stuff you guys come out with.
Oh yeah.
I think that's great that you guys have a platform to market and brand yourselves. And I know, you guys have helped other talent out with that as well, with all the shirts and merchandise and stuff like that. So
Yep, facekickedapparel.com is Ace does all the stuff himself. We got shirts, hats, beanies, bandanas, tumblers. Can't have this one, it's mine, CJ. We have those. We have cowboy hats with our logos. We have vests with the logo and the prospect patch. Dog tags. We have personalized shirts. Holland has, it's a Nomads, Holland branch. There's a Jackson branch, Detroit branch. We have something for everybody. And, you can go on our Nomads page online. You can see a lot of the pictures of the stuff. Face Kicked Apparel has a Facebook page, and facekickedapparel.com is the actual website where you can, buy things or get things made.
Yeah, see, and like I said, so if you come to an RPW show, you'll have plenty to choose from on Nomads merchandise.
No doubt about that.
Now, we've talked about tag team stables, who you like, who you don't like. Seeing how this is right in your backyard, and you were in a situation where you were going to be in a singles match, who would you like to go against, possibly?
I want my rematch with the big man, Congo Kong. When I was only a couple months in, I was down in Indiana, and there was a Congo Kong Open Invitational. And, I trained with Corey Lyon. Some of you guys know him. Great. If you don't know him, look him up. I don't think he's quite active anymore, but his stuff is pretty entertaining. But we went down, and we were entered in this Invitational, and essentially like a gauntlet match. And Corey got squished. He got a big Uranagi slam, and a big man flipped on him. And there was 2 matches before I come in. So I was like, well, he's big. He's going to be gassed. And like I tell people, I think I hit him 3 times and he hit me once. And next thing I know, I was on my way back home. That's about how long it took me to wake up. But I got a little more experience now, and although it's not going to be a cakewalk by any means, I think I'll fare a little better this time. I'd like to get my rematch.
Now, and it's funny you say that. I just recently saw Congo Kong, probably about a month and a half ago, in Coldwater. And I'm telling you people, right now, if you've never been to a local independent pro wrestling show and you've never seen Congo Kong anywhere, I would highly suggest you come to Jenison, Michigan on December 3rd, because this guy is a sight to see.
You don't know what to do, man.
You don't.
You can't outpower him. You can't outrun him. He's got the strength there. He's a 400-pound man that scales the top rope, splashes, moonsaults, drop kicks. There's nothing you can do. I've never seen him chain, but I'm sure he's good at that too. Yeah. You can't out-tech the guy.
Yeah, no, and
I'm gonna have to poke him in the eye and hit him with knucks, but
well, maybe you and Ace might have to take him out together.
I'm afraid though, if I hit him with knucks, it's just gonna piss him off, and he's gonna hit me harder.
Yeah, probably. And Congo Kong, very, very, very special talent. I'm curious to see who he is going to be involved with on this show. You know, last thing I want to touch on is, like I said, we talked about, indie shows versus WWE shows. And I know we touched on it a little bit, but if you were to run into an occasional WWE fan, just watches WWE only, knows nothing else about indie pro wrestling, why would you tell them to come to a Rapid Pro Wrestling show?
I tell them I'm trying to think of the word of it. I had it earlier, but it's like it's more personal. It's more intimate. You come in and you'll see these guys up close and personal. You'll get a chance to talk to them, shake their hands, take pictures with them. You're going to see all the action, if not more of the action that you see on TV. It's not a bunch of drama. We have some really good stories going on, but it's not going to be focused all around the drama of it. There's a lot of action. You're going to see technical stuff. You're going to see hard hitting. You're going to see flying. There's nothing on the card that you're not going to be entertained by, and then when it's all over, you're going to get a chance to talk to us and meet us personally. And I think that's worth its weight in gold. Honestly, is just the intimate, the intimacy of it, the personal, to be able to actually have that personal experience with guys that you're seeing doing this stuff in the ring.
And as I said before, I've been to multiple local pro wrestling shows, and just being able to talk to the guys and meet the guys. It's fun. Just a lot more fun to go to a local pro wrestling show. Any final thoughts on the RPW show?
No, I just want them to hurry up and post who the Nomads are going against, man. I need to scout. I got 3 weeks. We got to get a game plan together.
Yeah. So, and so as you know, December 3rd, Jenison, Michigan, Rebounders, great place by the way. The show's going to be family friendly, nothing too crazy that kids can't handle. Check out Rapid Pro Wrestling on Facebook. They have all the details on the show, where to get tickets, how to get tickets. Pretty affordable show to bring the family to. And it should be a wild ride. Thankful that CJ came over to House Hollywood today.
Yeah.
Not my normal studio, unfortunately, but the house will have to do. But thank you, CJ, for coming on, talking about Rapid Pro and talking about the Nomads.
Not a problem.
Gonna be a great show.
Definitely, man, and definitely go on the website, the Facebook page. Share it, like it. You can get your tickets there. If you have any questions, I hear that the guy putting it on is up all night, so you can message him anytime.
Yeah, he is up all night, isn't he? He does. He is definitely up all night. So it's CJ Anderson. I'm Hollywood Joe from Hollywood's World of Sports. I'll see you December 3rd at Rapid Redemption.